What is going on, everyone? Griffin here, coming at you with some canon gameplay. And today we're going to be talking about Wingman. What can be done to make Wingman a better game mode, and what can we do going forward to make it more fun and more enjoyable for everyone. So let's head over, let's talk about it. So Wingman is a very interesting game mode. I know that this is something that was brought into the game pretty early on, if I remember correctly, and it was just two game modes. You had single life Wingman, and you also had Wingman Strikeout. And if I remember correctly, I may be wrong about this, but if I remember correctly, the single life Wingman at some point did have a bomb associated with it. Maybe there was one plant zone. I can't remember if that's a thing or if it was just a basic single life game mode and that's all that it was. But Wingman was something that was like really kind of ingrained into custom matches because it was a way to do 1v1s, 2v2s, and you could also, of course, do 3v3s and 4v4s on there if you absolutely wanted to. And that's how a lot of people would go in there, and they would run Wingman tournaments, or they would do like a 1v1 situation or a 2v2 on the smaller skirmish maps, have a good time with it, do what they do best, of course. And I'm glad that they brought it back. And then they brought the queuable Wingman mode back, which was really cool. And it's something that, you know, I don't play very often because normally I have more than just another person to play with whenever I play Rogue Company. But there was a night where me and Garbo got on there. We were actually running a couple Wingman games and we were having a really good time with it. Now, Wingman doesn't have the traditional counterplay idea that like Strikeout, like the 4v4 game modes have, right? Because you can't see what the enemy team is picking, of course. Therefore, you have no idea going into it what you're going to be going up against. And then there's characters where you have multiple characters that are pretty cheesy for the most part, and they can be fully exploited to the largest extent of the game. For example, if you got a Lancer and somebody else with padded steps, then you 110% for sure was at a disadvantage going into that match. You may get the first couple of rounds on them, but as soon as they get enough money built up so that they can get padded steps, especially in the single life game modes, then it is really hard to get your momentum back whenever you realize that they could literally be anywhere on the map. You can't counterplay that. Like even in a 4v4, if you had two characters that had padded steps, then at least you had a total of 4 people on your team, yourself included, that could at least hopefully down one of those people, wait for the flanks, watch for the pushes, things like that, so that you could try to counter it even if you didn't have something that would traditionally counter something like padded steps. Of course, you have the double res thing in there where you run a Saint Dahlia combo, and that can be really cheesy, and like it doesn't stop you from doing it because it doesn't lock anybody out, but it's still a very cheesy thing to kind of have to go against. So my suggestion is like, why can't Wingman have a queuable draft system? Even though there's no RP associated with it, even though there's no ranked play associated with it, why can't there be a draft phase? Don't have a ban phase, but swap off picks so that you can see what the other team's picking and they can see what you're picking. That way you at least have some way to counter something that they do pick, and that way it doesn't feel like it's completely weighed in one direction through the entire match. And I know that that would kind of kill the experience for some people, but at the end of the day, it would make the experience more enjoyable across the board, I feel, in my opinion. Another idea that they could do is just go in there and completely disable perks and or gadgets and or abilities. I know that that's kind of controversial. I know that that's kind of insane whenever you're playing a game like this, but at the end of the day, like if you remove the perks, if you remove the gadgets, if you remove the abilities, and I'm not saying we have to do all of them, but in theory, if they did remove all of them, then it comes down to positioning, aim, weapon control. Like it comes down to more of a base skill level as opposed to, well, I've got Dima, I'm just going to shoot my Dima blast, and because you guys are so close together because we're playing Wingman, I'm at least going to reveal you guys, if not down both of you. And it's a big feels bad situation in a lot of ways, but there are, you know, of course, ways that you can kind of swing the momentum back in your way through a match to hopefully counteract that just a little bit. And also, like, I wouldn't be opposed to like a Wingman ranked queue. And I know that that would be a little bit crazy, but it would be really fun if you could have even more bands in a Wingman mode, to where instead of having one band on each side, maybe have 3 on each side. That way you're banning a total of 6 characters, and then you're only picking 4 characters, so that's 10 characters. I think that that would fall in line with like the amount of characters that you would need to even be able to play ranked to begin with. And that would be a cool way for people that, like, you could lower the requirements, right? So if they have their requirements for ranked B, you have to own X amount of rogues and you have to be a certain level to get into it, then have Wingman exist to where the requirements are a little bit lower, because you don't have to have as many rogues to be able to access that game mode. And that would be a cool entry point to see how ranked works, what the process of ranked is, what the ban phase and draft phases and all that stuff is. That would be kind of cool. And I think that it would make for something super competitive. I mean, it's easy to pair up and to like grind a rogue in regular ranked from everybody that I've talked to. Like, I've never sat down and made the ranked grind. I've just like played the game for what the game is and never really cared much about ranked. But everyone says it's very easy to pair up and then grind your way to rogue. Well, how easy is something like that going to be whenever you are pairing up with one other person? You know what I mean? Like, how much easier is that going to be? Is it going to be harder? Are the better people going to be playing Wingman? Is there going to be more RP associated with that? And I think that that would be kind of cool. I think that that would be fun. But all in all, Wingman has been, of course, a great addition into the game. My opinion is they never should have got rid of it for custom games. At least they should have kept a Wingman strikeout in there. Like, they should have at least kept that at the core, because it is fun to drop in and do a 4v4 on the skirmish maps and strikeout. It's a little bit more chaotic. There's a lot more going on. The spawns are kind of weird, but like really close together. Like, it's a crazy, chaotic, fun experience, in my opinion. But be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Would you like a Wingman ranked mode? Would you like a Wingman just draft phase in regular Wingman so that you can have counterplay? Would you like to play it where you didn't have access to perks and or gadgets and or abilities? Or do you think that that is a little bit extreme? Or would you be willing to try something like that? Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, be sure to check that description for links to Facebook, Discord, and Twitter. Those are the places to contact me. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, then consider hitting that join button to become one of the 256 crew members. Lastly, on Thursdays from 8 until 11 p.m. Central Time, Sundays from 10 a.m. until we get tired, I will be streaming here on YouTube. So if you are interested and available, please feel free to stop by and say hello there. Thanks for watching, guys.
Oh my fucking god. Here, we're gonna pinch him. You go all the way over there, I'll go all the way over here. Dima is on that side here. He's on that cubby box right next to B. They both might be there. He pushed up. Good shit. Dude, how are you getting but alright, I don't understand. I don't know what the fuck she's doing, but she ends up behind me. I was literally, I crouched up there the whole way up, man.
Enemies have the objective.
Dog shit. This is getting real fucking bullshit right here. Oh my god, dude. Good shot.
These guys are bad. They've just got cheesy fucking playstyle.
Objective secured. Defend it. The enemies have 5 reinforcements remaining.
What? You're right. You're right. Because I just smoked that motherfucker. I'm around the goddamn corner, dude. I'm around the corner! And I don't even know how that motherfucking...
Control of the objective. Capture it.
Dude, I don't know how you're hitting me. They're both right there.
Hit her for 65. He's looking at me.
Enemies are running low on reinforcements. Crush them. Objective
Behind me.
acquired.
The other one's there too. Hurt. Hurt.
Like they crossed me.
Enemies have the objective.
They're out of respawns.
Right here on me. On the other side of me.
Objective acquired. Defend it. Enemies eliminated. Objective acquired.
He went up top.
Demon running down lane.
Yep, he's.
He sucks.
They're spawning over here. Demon fell off the map. She's coming up from our spawn.
He just spawned in there. He threw an EMP. He's trying to sneak up behind.
She's over here on me.
Okay. Get the fuck out.
She's up top. She reflected me off the map.
I just got fucking pinched because the spawns make perfect sense in this game.
5 lives left.
Even though she's over there, he should totally spawn right there. That makes total sense. He just jumped on the bridge.
I don't
Honestly.
I don't understand like how she's moving around without making any noise.
She hopped down under you. Oh, really, dude?
I got him.
Look, what? Yeah. I just don't. He literally like that. Oh my god! I just don't understand how I was the target there. She went up. He's over there too. Yeah, you're clearly not your boy, so you don't need to try that.
He's going.
Enemies are running low on reinforcements. Crush them.
Yeah, I see him. She's not going a long ways. Never mind, no she isn't. She's pushing me. Oh no.
One shot.
Dude! It was I fucking freaked out over that damn drone when I shouldn't have, but I did. You got it. Yeah, I was
Let
about to
me
hit
shoot
him.
my gun for fucking 3 clicks.
I shot my Sahara and it shot one bullet earlier like it was a DMR and I was like, oh, what? Quit. Well, that's what you get for fucking throwing axes like a little bitch.
Yep.
Got to get the early jump on us with axe kills. Like, what the fuck, bro? Oh, damn.